y'all, how you perking? I hope you're perking good. So, been receiving a lot of requests here for another The Future of such and such video. So here we are to look at the future of RFK Jr. So, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. That's the one we're going to tackle today. Got a lot of requests. We're going to take a peek in it. Gonna find out what we're allowed to know, what we can figure out about what his future looks like, especially since he is running for president in the United States here for the 2024 election cycle. So we're going to take a look at this. So I am a licensed mental health clinician as well as a spiritual intuitive, and in these videos we take a look at the tea with the tarot. And don't be scared and click away. We got a really good track record here. So sit tight with us as I pull up the cards on this screen and move this microphone right here. Oh, Penelope, matching mama in these purples here. We're going with purple. So while I get shuffled up here, thank y'all for the requests. And sorry that it's been a minute since we filmed a video here. You know, I feel like it's been, let's see, it has been 14 days. At the time of filming this now, it has been 14 days since I've posted a video, which is very unlike me here. I'll just go out and be honest and say the last 2 weeks have been hell on wheels. It's been chaos. It's been, anger, sadness, getting blindsided, just a lot of stuff going on. And in my private sessions with y'all, it seems like I'm not alone in that. It seems like a lot of people have had a really shitty last 2 weeks. And I can't say I'm surprised with how our September 2023 reading looked. It looked like it was going to be a wild ride this month, so I guess I can't be shocked about it. But just because I'm not shocked doesn't mean I didn't experience it and that it sucked. So shout out to all of y'all who feel like the last 2 weeks were hard. You're not alone. I'm in the same boat. A lot of people who have had private readings with recently are in the same boat. So we're feeling for you. I'm sorry. We're all in this together. Let's keep on trying our best, and be gentle on ourselves and compassionate with doing the best we can with what we have at the time. So let's dig right on in here. I think I've gotten shuffled up enough for this reading. As always, this is all alleged, just my interpretation, okay? All alleged, just my interpretation. Let's jump right in here and see what we can find out for the future of RFK Jr. Let's see here. Alrighty, and for the people who would be asking right now or wondering, I don't know that much about the man, honestly. All I know is that he's an older gentleman that belongs to the Kennedy family and that he's running for president. He wants to I think he identifies with the Democratic Party. A long line of Democrats in his family, I believe. And I know that there was one time where I did try to watch an interview with him, and this is not to be mean to the man, but his voice sounds like sandpaper. And so it was a little hard to listen to, but he seemed, smart and intelligent and kind and everything when I was listening briefly. But that was a while back. I don't even remember what the video was about that I was watching his interview on. So I don't know much about the man. We're gonna be reading pretty cold here today, pretty blind here today. Some people prefer that when I read totally blind and cold. So we'll see how that goes. But let's see. Do I want any context cards? Not to start off with. I'm just going to put that to the side for now. But just taking a look here at kind of where we've got with the front row, it looks with the top row. I guess they're up front. VIP. Here's the VIPs. Temperance card. right there is about divine timing and balance. So there's something that they're saying, that the spirit guides are saying about RFK Jr. to say that he's very balanced and measured and tries to do things in good timing, which, you know, it's nice to see that they're not out the gate, you know, crap talking him or anything. We've done readings here on the future of Trump, readings here on the future of Biden. And there were some good things that were shared and some not so good things that were shared in both of those readings. So it'll be interesting to see how this goes. But from the outset, you know, they're saying good things. With the Two of Wands upright, this means that he's got big dreams. He's dreaming really big. He's like, you know what? Let me think of this as the sky's the limit, and I don't want to be self-limiting in some kind of a way. And so he's really dreaming big. The problem here is that I see the Ten of Wands in reverse, and this is when there's a load too heavy that we can't carry. So in some kind of a way, it may not be his fault. It may be due to something else, but I see that he's got too big of a load right now that he can't actually carry, that he's dreaming really, really big with this, pie in the sky hope that he isn't going to be able to pull off from what they're showing here. It looks like he's incredibly smart, good ideas, for the Page of Swords to be upright, and that he's super resilient for the Nine of Wands to be upright. This is somebody that has gone through some stuff in their life and still able to take hit after hit after hit after hit and keep bouncing up like those little, weighted balloons. It looks kind of like, figure 8 shaped, and it's a blown up balloon, but the bottom of it has a weight in it. So when you punch it, it does like this, but it comes back up like that. It's like he's one of those. What are those called? Somebody knows the name of those? Put that in the comment. so then I don't have to, describe that. I'll have a name for it in the future, but yeah, put that in the comments if you know the name of that. That's what he is, apparently. And that's actually a really good thing. Resilience is a good characteristic for people in general, but especially for somebody that would want to sit in a presidential position. That's, not a bad trait to have. So we'll put that there. However, this is the biggie, and this is the one I was considering getting context on, and I might still. Fuck it, I will. Because this is the Eight of Cups, and this is a walking away from something, as you can see. So I am a little curious on that. Let's get curious. Let's look into the Eight of Cups here. Walking away, what do we mean? Ooh, self-sabotage card. Walking away from something due to self-sabotage because something isn't right in the family. The Four of, and I said family in quotes because it might not mean his literal family. It might mean family as in, the people that he usually has around him, his supporters, his colleagues, his, team, something. So I put it in quotes there, but there's this idea of walking away because of some sort of self-sabotage, something not going well in the quote-unquote family. Yeah, come hell or high water, something has to be done about this. It ain't over till it's over. Tower card. Ooh. Your future's getting a little saucy here, dude. Okay. Oh, sir. And the Tower card is upright here. So this doesn't mean it's just a tower moment within himself and his own mind and heart or something like this. This is like a tower moment that we might all see, because this is something external, an external tower moment. So this is looking at something happening, out in the world that would be visible to the rest of us. That's a big deal moment. Tower cards are always about something that it was a structure built the way it was built, and then now that structure starts crumbling and falling down to ground zero for you to rebuild again. And so there's something here that looks like it's collapsing in his external environment in the future that will need to be rebuilt. Ooh, and all of this has to do with walking away some kind of a way. So that, I don't know if that will be considered just a big deal or if we're talking like scandal. I'm not sure the extent to which it might fall on that type of dramatic theme, but okay. Just one more on the tower card. One more, spirit guides, on the tower card. Ooh. Communication in reverse. Also a card about moving forward in reverse. Also a card about kind of like alliances and stuff in reverse. So communication, alliances, moving forward in reverse. Is he gonna have it out with his own freaking people? Because there's something there. There's something there, and I see some dissension, some sort of walking away. So there's this. Damn. I mean, that's all I can say. I'm like, damn. Okay. Let's see. How about this? If we pull this up, reshuffle, and just ask if the spirit guides can give us more on, like, if this is some kind of a big theme happening in his life or something that we're going to see here in the future, if they can kind of lay out what that looks like, what we can know about that, and just kind of get more information on whatever this big deal is to him. But I want to be able to shuffle it up so I can have access to all the cards as I'm doing this. So I'm going to get shuffled up here, and as I'm shuffling up here, just a reminder for anybody who wants to have some extra perks on the channel, whether it's having weekly forecasts, whether it's having extended videos, video shout outs like this one. Shout out to you, Magical Journey Beginnings. Love the name. And grateful for having you in the Perk Squad. So shout out to you, Magical Journey Beginnings, and welcome to the Perk Squad. Happy to have you. For anybody that wants to join the Perk Squad, you can just click the blue join button below or the link in the description box. Either will take you there and will tell you more about the perks of the Perk Squad. How many times can you say perk? A lot. Don't try me, bitch. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not trying to call y'all names. I just ate too much chocolate earlier today, if I'm going to be honest with you. You know those trail mix bags that has more like chocolate things in it than it does nuts. So it really should be a dessert instead of a trail mix. I ate far too much of that, and I am highly sensitive to chocolate and the theobromine in it that, however you pronounce that word, that is kind of like a component or predecessor of caffeine, and it's just like, so I apologize for throwing the B word around, bitch. All right, what else can we know, spirit guides, about this big thing that seems to be coming up for RFK Jr. in the future? What else are we permitted to know about that? Let's see. Interesting. Ooh. Let's get a context card on that. Let's go get some context. Shoo. Okay, so Queen of Wands in reverse, 10 of Wands in reverse again. Only one position over from where it was earlier, mind you. And Strength card in reverse. So this is like there would be some female in his life. I don't know if this is someone he's related to, if this is someone who works with him, but some female who is in some way close enough to him to have some sort of say that he would listen to. That she is coming up here in this reverse position, basically showing him the weaknesses of some of the things that he thought or wanted to try or was doing or was saying or something like that. It's like there's some kind of pointing out of weaknesses to where she's like, look, you can't carry all of this. You're not going to be able to carry all of this. You're not going to be the Strength card upright. You're in this reverse position. That's a weakened position. You need to make a decision. Because you're going to be stuck between a rock and a hard place, not getting anywhere, not getting what you want, and you need to make a decision. And it looks like whatever she is saying gets to him in some kind of a way. And then I see the Justice card upright and the Hangman card upright right next to it. I know he looks like he's in reverse, but he's hanging there. He's technically upright. You see the words there? It's upright. I switch that up in my head all the time and how I say it. But y'all, Justice card and Hangman card? I mean, I feel like I don't have to be the one to explain it to you, but the Justice card often deals with the justice system, the legal system. It certainly deals with what's right versus what's wrong. And it looks like he might open up a can of worms around that, about what's right versus what's wrong. Might try to take matters into a legal realm. I don't know if I want to say litigation specifically, but that there could be that type of vibe. And the Hangman card is like about time, like as in, I don't see that this is a quick thing. I don't see that it's a quick fix or a quick process. I see this as a drawn out thing. Like this might become a thing, like a movement of sorts. It's kind of long and drawn out to where it's like, first it started at somebody saying something, and then it started at, more people getting involved, and then we started, discussing together how we want to take action, and then maybe there's attorneys involved, maybe there's, how attorneys write nasty letters and things like that, to try to get points across. Maybe there's something like that, or maybe there's something that needs to go under review, like to be investigated or something. I don't know, like there's just kind of a thing going on here, and it looks like it's not a simple thing and it's not a brief thing. I don't know how public this is. I don't know if this is going to be in front of our face or not, but whatever it is like, quite an undertaking to try to do. Wow. And it looks like he's kind of the whole, well, it's got to be done and I've got the time kind of thing. I don't know how much time he really has, but it kind of feels like that. It feels like it's got this assertive energy, this kind of like I'm not afraid type energy, which is kind of ballsy, just throwing it out there. Man, I don't know much about this guy, but maybe I should learn more about this guy, because this sounds like he's, pretty interested in terms of what we've been seeing here. Wow. Let's see. Okay, what else can we know, spirit guides? Let's just dig in one more time, kind of not necessarily about this one thing, but just what else can we know in general about the future of RFK Jr.? What in general can we know about his future? Anything that might be interesting to know that we are permitted to know? Let's find out, shall we? Let's see. All right. let's see. And while I'm shuffling up, if you'd like a private reading with me, BeasTalksAndTarot.com. You can schedule a private reading with me. Doesn't matter where in the world you are. The calendar will figure out the time zone issue so that we don't have to math. Yay. But yeah, you can book a private reading on my website. You can also book life coaching for if you're like, hey, I feel stuck. I'm not satisfied with where I'm at. I need some help. Fix this. Then, okay, we can work on that. If you want to learn to read the tarot cards the way that I read them, if you want some Reiki energy healing to just get kind of a cleansing and clearing tune-up, all of that on my website, BeasTalksAndTarot.com. Yes, and good heavens. First of all, with this, we've already seen this card, huh? We've already seen this card. We've already seen this card. So we literally have 3 cards already returning, which gives some sort of credence to, smoothly transitioning from one thing to another, kind of showing that we're sticking in the same realm in this reading. And then we have some surprises here, like the Upright Death card. And honestly, like the Upright King of Cups, because go ahead, y'all, call it, say it. You've been on the channel long enough. Yes, you're correct. This is most likely our current president, Joe Biden. Because that's a card we get a lot when we're talking, when we're doing readings on politics in the United States. When this card shows up, a lot of times that's who it is. That's who it is. And so here, again, I asked this time in general about his future of what we can know. So this may or may not be associated with the specific kind of tower topic that they were talking about just a second ago. This might be tied to that, but it might not be. First of all, it comes out with him making a decision. So again, RFK Jr. has a lot of big decisions ahead of him. Like, this is not an easy path. Whatever it is that he's choosing and he's trying for, he did not pick the easy path. He did not hit the easy button. He's just going at this the hard way. And again, going at it in a way that is getting in his own way. There's apparently better ways to achieve what he's trying to achieve than the way he's going about it. This, could be crippling in some ways. The Empress card in reverse suggests that he's not going to get what he wants out of this. And so for any of y'all out there that might be supporters of this man and know more about him than I do, this isn't, the best of cards here, because it feels like I don't want to say he doesn't have a leg to stand on, because that's not exactly true here. From what I'm getting, it just feels like, I don't know, it's got that kind of us against the world vibe to it. It's got the kind of like, just one person against the entire ocean kind of vibe to it. So he's standing up against something that he can't win against. Like, I don't know, but that it doesn't particularly feel good, outside of the fact that, what I said doesn't sound good, but what doesn't feel good is this bottom row. The fact that we have President Joe Biden coming here, then we have the Death card coming here, then we have the Strength card in reverse talking about a weak point, a weak standing. Y'all, okay, before I go off and say, I never hold back, I always say what I see, but let me just pull, a context card on each of these just before I start speaking. Some insurance for my mouth here. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So, the Joe Biden card here for President Biden is in the upright position, which indicates a solid standing in his position, with the Three of Pentacles upright under it, which suggests a lot of people working with him in his corner, a tight-knit team. The Death card comes over here with the Temperance card on it, talking about change, transformation, timing, trying to get things to get moving. And then when we have the Strength card in reverse, but the Two of Cups upright on it, Strength card in reverse again, showing some sort of weakness, and Two of Cups showing some sort of partnership. This can go one of two ways. One, either they're talking about the fact that there's some sort of allyship here towards President Joe Biden, which is going to, quote unquote, kill the approach that RFK Jr., there's the J, that kills the approach that he's gonna have going on, and that he would have to then tuck tail and partner up in a different way. Or, and I always kind of try to pitch this in an or, because I never want to just like outright and say this, but you know, or there could be something here where if something were to happen to President Joe Biden that was, you know, not good, then there might be a partnership formed here where RFK Jr. would try to make a sprint in. Now, that being said, I said this could go one of two ways. The thing is, it doesn't have to pick one or two. Sometimes in the tarot, when things can go one of two ways, both ways might happen. So I don't want to put anything out there. I'm not putting anything bad to anyone out there in the universe. I'm just saying we need to be prepared for either of these things to transpire, because either one of these is going to happen or both of them are going to happen. I don't really think it's an option that neither one's going to happen. So we're looking at one or both here. Of either JFK's Jr.'s plan getting totally axed because of these incredibly tight alliances here, in such a way that he gets so screwed and so bulldozed and buried that there's nothing he can do, / and or something happens here between this man and this thing, and our guy becomes an opportunist and guns it, you know, makes a run for it. So it'll be interesting to see. Like I said, one of the two for sure is going to happen. It's just that sometimes when I see something that can go both ways do happen. So sometimes it just picks one. Sometimes it's like, fuck it, let's go twice. Let's do both. Let's just do it all here. So I don't put that past the universe. That's a possibility. I'll let the universe decide that. I'll let the collective, you know, decide that. Whoever decides that. Fate, God, I'll let y'all decide that, you know, whatever. But all alleged, just my interpretation. That's what the hell I'm seeing here. Either way, RFK Jr. has one hell of a time trying to do what he wants to do. In some ways, he picked the wrong one. In some ways, he got in over his head and kept doing things that were just not going to help. They were just not going to help. And I'm saying all this in the past tense. I'm reading the future here. So I just, falling into past tense as if it's already happened, but it hasn't, to my knowledge. I don't envy the guy. Wouldn't want to be him. I mean, again, like I said, it's the whole, I'm the one person against the world. I'm the one person against, this massive ocean or something like that. The odds here, dare I say systemically, not pretty. Not pretty. Ooh. Okay. Just one last little, if I push these up, if spirit guides, angels, archangels, light beings surrounding me now, spirit of Gaia, and my higher self, if we were to just choose 3 final cards here to tie everything to a close, to say any last minute things that y'all want said, what do we need to know? What can we know about the future of RFK Jr.? What can we know? Ooh. Damn. What? If there's fans out there, or supporters, I guess you could say, it's not like he's a celebrity, I guess. Politician, I'm assuming here. This doesn't look the most pleasant. It does not. 3 of Cups in reverse. 4 of Wands in reverse. 3 of Swords upright. Lack of support. Maybe even betrayal. Also lack of support. Maybe even sabotage. Heartbreak and pain. I do not envy the guy. Like I said earlier, he's got a challenging future ahead of him. It's not impossible for the whole one against the world to like win something or whatever, beat the world. It's not impossible. It's just that the odds are forever not in your favor for something like that. And for that to even have a hint of happening, some huge things would have to change. And at least from what we're seeing here today, these huge things don't want to change. And moreover, these huge things do not have support to change. And so it feels like again, I don't know what his politics are. I know he's a Democrat, so I guess I have an idea of what his politics might be, in general. But it almost looks like they're saying, you're ahead of yourself, guy. Like, as if if you took him as a person and maybe stuck him in 100 years from now, a lifetime 100 years from now, maybe he'd have something to work with there, or he'd get somewhere with that. But it seems like he's not in the right timeline, time zone, time era. And he's got some ugly stuff coming. That tower moment did not look good. This support issue does not look good. The weakening does not look good. Looking like he gets either pushed out or having to walk away does not look good. I mean, he picked a tough road here, and the reason why I'm saying he picked is because twice we've gotten this self-sabotage card. So it's in some ways they're saying that there's something he's done or is doing or will do that in some ways brings this on himself. So I'm not, trying to victim shame, victim blame, or anything like that. But for me to have gotten that Ten of Swords twice in reverse now, there's something that he could, would, should do differently that maybe would make the path not so hard. But maybe he's fine with having a hard path if he's doing what he feels like is right. I don't know. I don't know what the circumstance is here, but wow. So, if you'd like a private reading with me, again, BeasTalksAndTarot.com. Everything is there on the website. And I will very much so try to not make it another freaking 14 days before we connect again. I'd like to think that we usually do better than that here on the channel, and that we will once again do better than that. Just pray that the last 2 weeks of September were not like the first 2 weeks of September to me, and then that'll be it. We can make a go of it. So, anywho, as always, I'm gonna stick some B-rolls at the end of this video. I've got so many B-rolls on my phone. It keeps saying phone full, memory full, and I'm like, damn it, it's because I got so many damn B-rolls on my phone that I need to edit and send to my computer so I can get it off my phone. So I got a lot of B-rolls. I'm going to stick some on the end of this just to let it end on a very chipper note, have a funny note, some smiles, some laughs, whatever. So stick around if you want some puppy shenanigans or something silly or cute or whatever at the end of this, and I'll see you in the next one. So don't be a stranger. Come back and see me, and I will talk at you later. Believe me. Bye, y'all. These three. This boy that put him on his own island and hoarded toys. I see at least 3 toys here. There's probably more tucked away. You're hoarding toys. You are hoarding toys. You need to join your siblings. A few minutes later, yep, I knew there was more than just those 3 toys he was hoarding. There is a 4th toy, a birthday hat. I knew there was more. You laid it straight out there, Tay. You feel totally wiped out after playing with a horde of 4 toys all by yourself, and you just laid out. Still haven't joined your family. Scooter. Alright. Scoots at peace. Ooh, big stretch, is he? McShitty.